Hello, welcome to Hannon Inside Out, where we connect you to the people who keep Hannon happening. I'm your interview host, Vero, student assistant for the William H. Hannon Library at Loyola Marymount University. Now, for those of you who've been following this series for a while now, from our start on our Instagram page at LMU Library to its brand new home on its YouTube platform, first of all, thank you so much. And second of all, I hope you enjoy our time together with our special guest as much as I always do. Today, I'm joined by Zakiya Hasan, Reserves and Copyright Supervisor. For those of you who've been to campus pre-pandemic and are at least vaguely familiar with the several departments we have working at the library, you'd find her where I used to work actually, at the circulation desk.
Hello, everyone.
There she
I'm Zakiya.
is. Hello, Zakiya.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I have a little crick in my shoulder, but it's that's just how it is sometimes. How are you doing?
Well, we are doing okay.
Doing
We
okay.
are doing okay. So, yeah, we are doing okay.
All right, let's get right into it. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you tell people you work at a library, how do they react? I mean, what do they say?
Um. Wow. Nice. Are you a librarian? Then I have to explain. No, I'm just a library assistant. Yeah. People automatically think if you work in the when you work in the library, you are a librarian. But there is more people than the librarian.
Lots of people keep hand in happening.
Yes. Yes.
So I would absolutely love to hear more about your job at the library, speaking of, especially what's changed or stayed the same as you worked during the pandemic. Can you tell me more?
As you know, I work in the circulation department, which is the main desk when people enter the William H. Hannon Library. And they ask a lot of questions, and we are part of the customer service, which is a big thing. And answering all the questions, directing people, all these things. Um, and my specialty in circulation department is reserve and copyright supervisor. I manage the faculties when they request a print book or anything to upload on their Brightspace to get easy access for the faculties and the students. This is like um, before pandemic, it was on the print book and the e-reserves ebooks. And when we start this pandemic, the whole game got changed. We are mainly based on online, which includes helping international students, these DSS, the students, um, and the faculty. We all got kind of panic when we started, especially the faculties. That is a new platform. We are all experienced. So they request a lot. A lot means a lot. So we changed our helping methods. I was only the one who is responsible to helping the faculties to upload everything and on time before the student needs their reading assignments and quizzes and everything. Then, since it was very overwhelming request from the faculties, so my colleagues they start to involve, but I'm the one who is responsible to guide them. Like every morning, I said, okay, you are in the library, you're on the scanning machine, so you do this, and just constantly remind and keep following with the faculties and the bright space. And if it's done or it's pending, if we are having trouble, we will let the faculty know we are having little trouble, so give us time. Sometimes the funny thing is, when we started, the faculty once submit their request, and then they said, "I want it now," and it is not possible to get it now. So it takes time, and also some of the faculties who wanted the entire book. We cannot do the entire book scanning because of the copyright restriction. So we have to explain, unfortunately, we cannot do this. On our website, our actual copyright is 10% of the book or one chapter, but during the pandemic, we expanded to 25%. Still, it's not enough. So the faculty, we have to explain. So we start negotiating with them. Okay, let's start with one to four chapters. And then as soon as your students done with this full chapter reading and quiz assignments, everything, let us know. We will delete this four chapter and then add four more. So that way we are still staying on the copyright rules, but also helping the faculties and the students who need it. We are trying, when faculty request the entire book, we are trying to see if we have unlimited ebook. There is another section, we have to look for it. If we have it, that's good. We upload it, and even the international students, they have access and password to the Brightspace course. They can access to it. Unfortunately, some of the international students, they don't have access or the ebook. They're having difficulties because they're international. So for those students, individually, we try to scan and send them a secured platform so they can read it. But they will not be able to print it. They can only read it and get ready for the assignments and everything. Same thing goes with the DSS student that we do. We go extra step. We can make sure those scanning chapters of the books is readable so the student can hear it and go from there. So these are a lot of things. Um, Again, it was a big shock for all of us, but coming to almost a year now, um, faculties, their understanding, and we are comfortable, everything, like, help them to use their books for their students, helping the students in the same way. And it feels good when we get a compliment for our service. Oh, thank you so much. You guys, the best. That is like a big thing. Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you. But not all the time it happens. The more we help, some of them, it's always there is a, good part and the bad part. It's not good enough. But we are happy. We are happy that the faculties, majority of the faculties, are very happy with our service, that we are on time. So students have no complaint. So that is the one. It's a big compliment that we are helping.
All right, you heard it here, everyone. We got to start complimenting. We got to start complimenting everyone who's doing such amazing services through a pandemic for us. I think it's so incredible that you've oh man, just all of that, like from customer service stuff application to because I as a student at LMU, I a lot of my professors have the links to the library resources, to certain books, certain chapters. So I kind of see the product of your labor and your hard work. And so from on behalf of at least for my classes and my professors, thank you so much.
It's glad to hear that, that you guys do appreciate what we do. We try to help the faculties, we try to help the student as much as we can.
Mhm. Now, I know there must be some substantial key differences from, then at the library to only recently, and then from recently to now, but I'm curious if you have any reflections or insights about working in the library over time, just whatever comes to mind. I love hearing stories.
Um, it's like since I'm here for a long time with LMU, I passed 20 years. So some of you don't know the old library. I started over there, and that library was very cozy, family oriented, and was friendly. But the current library that all of you know, it's very pretty, but we're so scattered, and so it doesn't feel so cozy anymore. So working with LMU, um, that is the difference. That's the good feeling and the bad feeling that I missed the old library. But whoever started with the new library, they said, "What is she talking?" But that's how I feel because I know what's the difference, and whoever some of us we are still working in the library who had transitioned from the old to the new. So that is how I feel, and it's good. Sometimes it's a very good day, and sometimes not so good day. Sometimes we get weird phone calls, and it was our policy for the student assistants who work in the customer service desk uh, not to get any heat or anything. So when they're saying that the person is kind of angry or unsettled, they transfer the call to us, the staff members. So we help them. We try to calm them and ask them what's the problem, how can we help them. So some of them are actually calm, but some of them are not. So that's what I'm saying. Some days are very good, some days are not so good, but that's part of the customer service.
All
So
right.
I think I answered the question or not. I don't
Yes,
know.
you did, don't worry. Yeah, I was just curious because, just because of what you were saying, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if she has any couple good stories," and you did absolutely deliver, and thank you for that. Sorry to kind of
That's
throw that one at
okay. Yeah,
um,
but some days are really funny, like recent phone calls. I can share an example. Since we are closed, but we are still answering the phone calls. And one of the visitor yelled at me, "Why did you answer the phone when you were closed?" I said, "Well, I answered the phone so I can explain it to you why we are closed." And then um, he just hung up. He didn't even say thank you for making me understand. So I said, "What did I do wrong?" I didn't know.
oh no.
He was pretty rude and he said, "Why you answered the phone? You should not answer the phone." I said,
Why did he call?
so it was funny. So those are the things, we had to go through and we laugh at the end and said, I did this. And my colleagues there said, "Oh, I got this." So we had a funny story to share on our department meetings too. So it's a fun job. And some days are really tiring, but everything is like that.
Oh man, I miss being at the desk. I don't know what I would have done if I had gotten that call. I probably would have just been just stunned. Just stunned. Maybe I would have passed it along to a faculty member at the library. All
Yeah.
right, so, last final question, do you have any advice to pass along to our students?
Um, be patient and please communicate with your faculty ahead of time. Plan ahead, simple word, that you need this and you're having trouble. Because the whole process I just explained a few minutes ago, takes time. For example, ordering an ebook or get the book and scan and going through process. So if you plan ahead, let your faculty know, and the faculty will immediately let us know, and then we jumped into how we can, collaborate and help the students. What is our part to do? Our service can help, or what the faculty can do. Simple, plain word, plan ahead. Don't wait last minute.
That's some great advice. I'm sure all of our viewers are definitely going to take that to heart and know the work that's being put through when they're asking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for joining me, Zakiya. This has been a great time. I There was a little gap where we weren't doing any of these interviews for a bit because we were considering platform and such, and this just brought all of those feelings right back. And I just want to thank you so much for having carving out some time in your schedule for this meeting, this interview with me, and for all our viewers out there as well.
Thank you for having me. It was good to talk to you. Good to
It was
see
great to
you.
talk to you too as well.
Yeah, so I wish and hope everybody is safe and
Mhm.
follow the guidelines. And that's it. Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah.
It is
Thank
fun.
you
It
for
is fun.
everyone for tuning in and watching whenever you do as well. Hope you'll join us on our Instagram page at LMU Library or here on our YouTube for the next interview in our series. Remember, wear your masks and remember the library is still open. Definitely not closed at all. All right. Thank you all.
Bye.